Burned. Part 23 of 31. A Miraculous Ladybug Fanfiction. Today's theme is tail. If you have not heard the previous 22 parts of the story, you can find a link to them in the description box below. And if you haven't already, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and comment down below to show your support. Now then, let's get burned. Cat Noir glanced at Ladybug, nervous for her. She looked better than yesterday, but he hated Hawkmoth for akumatizing someone while she was still sick. How dare he? Sure, it was probably like any other day for the supervillain, but still, his lady was sick. How dare he? Cat, a little help here? He looked to see Ladybug wrestling with a yellow minion. Great. He gave his a final bat and dashed to help her, grateful the crowd had cleared. Sometimes people would hang around for the show and make their jobs harder. Thanks! She zipped away to chase the victim, leaving him to cataclysm the crowd of minions bobbling in front of him. All right, he said, tapping his baton on his shoulders. Let's go. He led them into a fitness center, trapping them as they bobbed around the exercise equipment. Cataclysm! He yelled, striking the floor before jumping backward. He shut the door behind him, turning to race off when he felt a tug around his hips. Had one latched onto him? Nope. It was his tail. He'd gotten his tail stuck in the door. His ring beeped, alerting him to 5 minutes before he changed back. But he wasn't worried. Cat Noir turned the handle to set himself free, but the door didn't open. He tried again, without luck. I needed a code to open. Great. If he detransformed here, the cameras and onlookers across the street would have something to say, but he couldn't get his tail free on his own. He couldn't take it off either from the way it was caught. What should he do? It didn't seem like Ladybug got the akumatized victim yet. It just... Oh. There it was. The final lucky charm. He could call her now. Hey, Ladybug, Cat said, a bit embarrassed when she picked up. Make it quick, kitty. I got stuck. Her eyebrows knit together. What was that? My tail. It's stuck in the door, and I'm about to detransform. Could you send some help? He didn't expect her to burst into hysterical laughter. Sorry, she said, but I'm sure the police will blanket you while you transform, or the fire department can get you out. I'm serious, LB. I know. I'll be right over. He looked down at his ring. 3 minutes. Would she make it? Or would she be there to see him as Adrian? He didn't know what he wanted. Cat Noir? He looked up. Ladybug? No, Marinette. Hey there, little lady, he said, embarrassed to be caught by his classmate. Do you, need some help? That'd be great. She looked down at the ring, startled by the beep. 2 minutes. Here. She took off her blazer and draped it over his head to cover his face. I'll be right back. Smart girl. Unless someone purposely stripped him, he at least had a temporary cover when he changed back. Beep, beep. 1 minute. He could taste bile in the back of his throat. Hurry up, Ladybug. Or Marinette. He didn't care which. If people found out who he was, Hawkmoth would be able to target his family and friends to get him. The door opened, freeing his tail, and a hand grabbed his arm and yanked him into the building. A pair of arms cradled his head and lower back as the door shut behind him, but he couldn't tell who was holding him. A girl for sure, judging by the height difference. His face was over her shoulder and, just in the nick of time, he de-transformed. "Don't worry, I won't look," the girl said. "Do you have what you need?"
Yeah.
Plagg was floating in front of him, but Adrian didn't dare look anywhere else. He had to shift a bit to get some camembert out of his shirt pocket, wrapping his arm behind her back to feed his Kwame. He felt awkward as Plagg ate, standing in a pose that felt intimate after a few moments.
So,
He didn't know what to do or say.
Are you Ladybug or Marinette?
Ladybug? I ran into Marinette on the way in and had her run upstairs to turn off the security cameras.
Oh, that's nice of her.
She says she owes you one, so, yeah.
She owes me? For what?
Because... Ladybug hesitated. Actually, you'll have to ask her yourself. How would I know?
Fair point. Hey, Plagg, are you almost done? Do you have another piece?
That's what I thought.
Claws out, buddy.
Boom. Mask was on, but Cat Noir couldn't back up yet. Ladybug was still in civilian clothes.
Is your Kwame ready to go, LB?
Almost. Huh. A squeak. That must be a Kwame.
And what's your name, little friend?
It's a secret.
Well then, nice to meet you, a secret. I'm Cat Noir. I'd turn around if I could, but...
Spots on. Ladybug cut off his introduction to put on her mask. Cat held a moment of hesitation before following through.
Thank you, Ladybug.
He wrapped his arms around her back, although it wasn't hard to do in this position.
You saved me.
You exaggerate, but you're welcome. He felt her arms press against him. She was holding him tightly. Remarkably, he wasn't noticing the smell of her hair or how small she was in comparison. It was the feeling of comfort settling in his chest. Did he want to risk what they had for the notion of romance? Was friendship not enough for him? He closed his eyes, holding on for a moment longer. It was time to let go of her. He slid his arms away, stepping back to see her face. Her arms fell to his waist as she stood, beaming up at him. Yeah, he had to let go.
I'll see you around, LB.
What? No invitation? No well-planned grandeur date that I get to stand up?
I've learned my lesson.
He saw her expression change. Ashamed? No. Something close. How she took his sentence wasn't his concern. He had to let go. And with that thought, he took off, ready to spend the evening in bed. Heartbreak is hard, no matter how it breaks. Thank you so much for listening. Part 24 is on its way. In the meantime, you can check out these other videos for more fanfiction. I'll catch you next time.